And welcome to 2 Cups of Tea and a Packet of Biscuits with me, Tracy, and my co-host Tanya. Tanya.
Hi.
This is about you guys following us on our journey to opening our deli. And in today's episode, we are taking a moment to pause, get it, P-A-W-S, pause and reflect, because we are celebrating our pets' birthdays, their milestones, and which all happen to be around the same time of year. But before we get into that, what's brewing today, Tan? Tea, snacks, or drama?
Well, what are we going to go with? I think let's go with the fact that it's very rainy outside. So let's make that a drama, because why is it still raining? I've had enough of this weather and I just want some sun. And to be honest, I want to be back in Barbados or somewhere sunny. And yeah, I feel a bit flat, and I think that's just, when it's dark and grey and you want that little bit of pick me up that you can go out. I hate getting my hair wet in this weather.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel a bit meh, but that's just because of the weather. How about you? What's brewing for you today?
What's brewing for me today? I feel there's like a little storm brewing because when life gets just so busy, and I think it's because I had such a busy morning. I'm still focusing on that right now. It's like, well, I had a really good morning. I did meditation.
Wow.
I did a bit of yoga. I did some Pilates and cardio, all before 8 o'clock this morning.
What time do you get up?
6. Yeah. So yeah, I did that, but then I had a little bit of drama in the morning with the family. Then I had to take my son to work, which I wasn't meant to drive him because I was meant to get ready for the podcast. But I had to end up driving him because of the drama in the morning. And then my Google Maps wasn't working, so I had to ask him for his phone, and he was like, I'm like, please, if I ask you to put Google Maps on, just put it on, I can get you there. Got there, he took his phone, went to work, and I realised, how am I going to get home? Because my Google Maps are still not working. So I restarted my phone, didn't work. Put it on airplane mode, didn't work. And then I downloaded Waze.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Otherwise I would have been lost, and I probably still would have been lost.
I would have just been sat here by myself, basically.
Yeah.
Fair.
So that's what's brewing for me.
Okay, well, we are going to go on to our little snack segment. That's quite hard to say. Snack segment.
Can you say that 3 times fast?
Snack segment, snack segment, snack segment. There you go.
Yeah, but that was slow. Can you say it faster?
No, you say it and we'll see how far we go. Actually, before we even go ahead, now, if you were listening to our last episode, you'll know that me, myself, and I won a little game. Actually, we won 3 episodes of games. Yeah, me, myself, and I. And Tracy lost. Oh, Trace. So there's a little story behind this. So what we had agreed is whoever loses our game segments for the block of series, our little saga that we're now having, would have to wear a funny hat. Now, I ordered a hat. I ordered one from Temu, and it hasn't arrived yet. So I've had to come up with a little solution, because we've had to film our episodes quite close to each other. Actually, Tracy made this, so she put this on herself because she selected this item that she has to wear all episode. The whole episode. Only this episode.
Oh, fine.
Do you want to wear it for the whole saga? Okay.
No.
Because the thing is, she would make me. So, presenting to you, for our listeners, it's a beret that she knitted. It's a green, a dark grey and a light grey. It matches your outfit though. Good choice. Kind of matches me a bit as well, but I don't have to wear it. So here you go, Trace. Pop on your beret. And this is why, listeners, we say watch our YouTube, because this is the most hilarious moment for me. Tracy putting a beret on.
Imagine I look really good in it.
Am I saying it right? It's a beret.
Beret?
A
Beret.
beret?
Beret?
Beret? A beret?
Beret.
Say what you
Beret's the
see.
beret.
Say what you see, people. Say what you
How do
see.
you even...
I
Okay.
don't know, you know.
Do they put it to the side?
No, it's not a beanie.
No, it's a beret, but don't they sort of style it?
No, it's not meant to be stylish for you for this whole episode.
I'm like, okay.
I think it suits you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Trace has to wear this for the whole episode. So I'm not even going to give you one. So for our listeners, please watch our YouTube. And I'm actually going to do a little bit of housekeeping on this before we carry on. So we don't actually, which we should be doing, we should be saying when our episodes come out, right? So we have all our audio episodes come out on a Monday, but going forward, our video episodes, is it video or vodcast? What?
My laptop doesn't recognise me in the beret.
Trace is trying to log in and she can't log in with her face. But on a Wednesday, we will be releasing video episodes of our vodcast. A vodcast. Yeah. It's a podcast on a Monday and it's a vodcast on a Wednesday. So can you remember that, Trace? Every Monday is a
podcast.
Wednesday is a
vodka.
No.
Vodcast?
It's a vodcast, people. So yeah, that's something we need to add in. But yeah, I think you need to watch this because her hat is hilarious and I can't wait to make her lose again and wear the other hat that I have coming.
I just wish I could see what I looked like.
Don't worry, I'll show you once it's edited.
Do you want to adjust? Do I need to adjust?
No, stop touching it. It's
okay.
Perfect.
Oh my god. Jeez. Okay.
Right, so let's go on to our snack segment. So, Trace, what snack are you bringing today? A drink or a snack? Which one have you brought?
Today, I have brought a drink and it's a cup of green tea. I think it's really good for digestion because I had a nice big breakfast this morning. Not big, but it was really nice. And yeah, this is a nice way to kind of digest, I guess. I don't know. I think that's what green tea is about. It tastes really good. And yeah, I'm bringing that to the table today.
Okay.
And perhaps in our deli, you know, when people have enjoyed a large meal or something, they could then chill out in our lounge area.
Ooh.
You know, with the fairy lights and stuff. And they can just have a nice green tea.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Evening.
Agree. Just while you say that, I went to a restaurant. Well, it's actually a coffee shop in the day / brunch. And then I feel like it goes into like a restaurant kind of thing. That's Trace's fan.
Which no one can see, but then here we go. I get quite warm.
It's like a place that we would want. It was full of fairy lights. So I've been to it in the morning, like for breakfast. And then I've now been to it at night time where they have a bar and they have happy hour and stuff. And it just made me think of our deli. I did keep saying to the person I was with, I was like, I'll say I was on a date. We don't need to go into it. But I chose this place because I actually wanted to scope out other businesses. Maybe that's what I should use my dates for. But I just kept saying to him, ours is going to be better. Like, there's aspects, but actually he walked around. Clearly he was nosy. And when I went to the toilet and when he came back, he was like, they have a private dining area. And he said, it's really pretty in there. And they had a TV screen. And he was like, I actually want to book it just for friends to eat there. And I was like, oh, I've never even thought of us having like a private dining area.
That's a really good idea.
It is, isn't it? But he said it was huge. It goes all the way down. So it's a really huge space. So maybe we need to go to this place. Yeah. But yeah, it just I don't know why I went off on one. I think because you said lounge area and it made me think of that.
But, no, that's good. I think this is part of why we're doing the podcast, is exploring all these ideas. And maybe, you know, with when people start commenting, please start commenting.
Please start sending
And
us
email me,
messages.
because I love a good,
Just you.
well-written, grammatically correct email. Even if it's not grammatically correct, I will read it, obviously, because it's written with love. I'm assuming you're going to send me lovely things, not hate. Um, sorry, now I'm going off into one. But what I'm trying to say is, just the way we're talking and getting these ideas, if we start talking with our community,
True.
and we can really make this business something, or the deli, something that everyone would love to come to.
And I think that's the thing. We don't want it to just be. We've completely gone off on a tangent. This is nothing part of our episode, or my snack hasn't even come out yet. But I think what we really want everyone to know, it's not just going to be like a daytime place, is it? It's going to be somewhere that is an all night thing, not an all night, but as late. And do you know that place was fully booked for meals, fully booked. And the guy who served us said that it was actually quiet for a Friday. Normally, the whole drinks bit is really full as well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so they have separate sections. They have a front couple of rows of like for drinks, and then they put like fairy lights to separate the next bit. Yes.
Oh, wow.
And the next bit is like a seated bit to eat. And then like the guy I was with was like, actually there's more when you go down, and I was like, oh, I really want to go and explore, but I was on a date and I thought this could be a bit weird. Maybe next time.
So Tan, what did you bring today?
So we've been a bit boring today, I think. We've just brought hot cups of drink, but mine is a coffee because I love a coffee, and a little bit of a backstory to that. On my travels, if I taste a good coffee anywhere, even be it in the UK, and I find out the coffee bean, I will bring that coffee bean home. Because if I like the taste of a strong coffee, then I kind of want to replicate that back at home. So the coffee of my day, or of the day,
Yeah.
is a Mexican one, because when I was in Mexico, we had this coffee, and every time you took a sip, it like hurt your jaw because it was that strong.
Wow.
But it was good, strong.
Yeah.
Like, when you're like, oh, this is a bit much, but then you're like, oh, you feel so like, yeah, I can do everything. I'm on top of the world. Yeah, it was like that.
I've never had that feeling from coffee, because you know what happens to me. I just get jittery
Trace
and
goes
excited.
off the rails a little bit.
You wouldn't think so in my beautiful beret. I'm getting warm again because it's warm.
Trapping the heat.
It is.
Oh, that's such a shame.
Well, why don't we speed up this episode and move on to the next bit so I don't have to wear this much longer.
Okay.
So going back to the theme of this episode, it's our pets. And a couple of weeks ago, we were discussing our pets' birthdays, and we thought we'd like you to learn a bit about our pets and when their birthdays are. So, Tan, could you tell us about your pets and their birthdays and what you've done or will do to celebrate?
I will, Tracy. I will. It felt like a little bit like an interview question on my pets. So we obviously know what Tracy has, but I have two cats, one called Tabby and one called Binks. Tabby is turning 6 this month, on the 23rd of February. She'll be 6, my little baby, growing up. And Binks, who's our little princess slash brat slash probably like owns the house. Her birthday is actually the 17th of May, and she will be 3 years old.
Oh.
So yeah. So I tend to get them like little presents. They have a lot of toys. But yeah, I tend to give them something nice that's a wet food, that's a treat, because they're actually on a diet, like from the vets. So they have to be on dry food that's portion controlled. Yeah, I feel for them. So I give them wet food as a treat, like at Christmas. I got them like special roast dinner. There was like, it was sold in like Tesco and stuff.
That's really nice.
Yeah. So like for Tabby's birthday this month, I'll try and find something that's probably a little bit more pricey but nice that she can have. And yeah, she gets presents and I wrap them, and I always video her every year, and she does like unwrapping them. She likes the sound. So before Binks arrived, she could rip them open herself. Binks doesn't let her do that, and she's kind of given up doing it as well, which is sad. Yeah, but she is the one who plays with it more than Binks, I would say.
So Binks just likes the wrapping.
Binks just wants to be centre of attention and push Cubby out the way and get the attention. That's what it boils down to. But yeah, that's what I do for my two. How about you? How do you celebrate Bailey?
Yeah, so it was Bailey's birthday on the 2nd of February, and she turned 3 years old. And I guess we're not those sort of doggy people who throw massive parties and put bunting and hats on the dog. To be honest, I just took her on a really, really long walk in the park. It was about an hour and a half, and that's long for her because she's only little. And yeah, she ran and ran and ran, had the best time. And I thought, for me, if that brings joy to her, that's what I'll do for her birthday. Even though I can't do it every day, but and I guess she doesn't actually know it's her birthday.
I mean, did you get her presents?
You did.
I did, yeah. But did you?
No, because she's got just so many at the moment. We bought her loads at Christmas. And
You bought her the little bow.
oh, I did.
Did you put it on her?
I did, and then we took it off because it was just such a faff and she didn't like it. And she kept shaking her head. She wasn't comfortable. Even though it was a tiny little bow, she just didn't like it. And I thought it's cruel just to put it on for our sakes. So she went, just herself, a little birthday self. And she had a really good time. Was very tired when she got home. So she had a good day.
Oh, well, that's the main thing, is that she has a good day and she's with you guys, right? Because that's the real dream for them.
I think so. I think, you can buy these birthday cakes, but for dogs and all these kind of treats and things. She's got so many treats at home anyways, and I just didn't, maybe it's just me, I just didn't see the point, to be honest. Is that like a grouchy Scrooge type of thing? I don't know.
I mean, you acknowledged it was her birthday. Give you that. I got the dog presents, but But tell us about how you found each other. How did you find Bailey? What have been her milestones since you found her? And how has having a pet really impacted your life?
So Bailey, we rescued her from the shelter. That's a local one to us. And she was on the website. I saw her picture. I told my husband to ring up. He rang, but there was no answer. And about an hour later, I said, ring them again and see. And she'd been reserved. I was like, oh no, it's too late. We've lost her. And she was it was such a beautiful picture of her. She's a brown cocker spaniel. She was 6 months at the time. And I couldn't stop looking at her photo. So the next day, I was just still looking at her, even though I knew she was reserved. Then later on that next day, I looked at her again and she was unreserved. I said to my husband, let's go. I told my boys, let's go. We didn't even bother ringing up. We just went to the shelter. We actually saw her walk past us. She was coming from the vets in the shelter and she was walking past us. So we saw her in real life. And we went straight in, filled out the forms that day and got the ball rolling. They did some sort of meets with us and Bailey, and had some discussions and stuff. And then they said we could take her home. So that's how she came into our lives. And she's had such a huge impact on our lives. I think as a family, we've never been happier. We're just so in love with her. And yeah, we just can't get enough of her. She's really a wonderful character. Yeah, really good dog. Yeah, and we've been through many milestones with her because she's a rescue. It took a lot of time to build up trust. So she wouldn't kind of listen to us to do any different sort of commands apart from sit and lie down. And to come off the lead, that took us ages, a lot of training, a lot of us reading books, using the whistle, doing doggy training and stuff like that. Finally, she's off the lead and now she can run free and really enjoy her life. So yeah, it's taken us a long time, but worth it.
Oh, well, we love Bailey. I kind of miss her now that we've moved our setup. I mean, we're waiting for new kit to come. So once we have that kit, maybe because everything will be a bit more secure, because at the moment we're leaning things off books.
So if you check our social media, we might see at one point how we set up, and it's just everything. Our two phones and the iPad is propped up on a stack of books, very precariously. I've put cushions and stuff on the floor, so if it does fall, it won't break.
Yeah.
So we're living on the edge here. We're quite anxious, isn't it, about our phone? And any little movement moves the phone angle, so it's like, ugh.
Yeah. So once we have our kit, I think, which should be coming hopefully tomorrow, maybe on Monday, because I checked and I don't think it's coming tomorrow. But whenever it does come, for our next recording saga, we can have Bailey back.
There's no worry of it falling down.
Yeah, exactly. Everything will be a bit more secure. But yeah. Oh, really?
And so I've talked about how Bailey came into my life. How about your kitties?
So, I've always had cats my whole life. And when my last two passed away, they ended up at like, I think one was 15, one was 17. So they led really long lives. And, you know, they get to a certain age and they get sick. But when the last one passed away, I really couldn't, like, I think I survived 2 days without another cat because the house just felt so quiet. Even though she wasn't even a noisy cat, but just having that presence, you feel such a loss when you lose a pet. And I was like to my parents, we're getting another cat. I'm not having one. And so I just started doing the search for Tabby, and I think it was like April time. It was like Easter or May bank holiday time, and the RSPCA didn't have it's not kitten season, so it's quite hard to find them. So I went to the RSPCA because all my cats have been through the RSPCA, and they said on the phone originally, like a couple of days before, that they had a black kitten, a girl, and I was like, okay, well, let's get her, because we didn't want cats that look the same as our old ones. It's just, that's just replacing some, like they didn't exist kind of thing. Went all the way to the RSPCA, that cat was reserved, and I was like, no. And then they only had older cats, and they had such a small selection, and I was so disheartened. I came home and I was so upset because I was like, am I actually going to be able to find? I was looking on Battersea Cat and Dogs Home. There was no kittens there, and I was just like, oh my god, how's this happening? So then I started looking online, and I really didn't want to buy from a homeowner because I don't like the idea that they're profiting from that money. Like, their cats had babies and they're getting the money. But I was looking and looking, and there were quite a few kittens, but like people were just stupidly pricing them as well, which that made me upset as well. And then it was like at 8 p.m. that Saturday. So after I'd gone to the RSPCA that day, like the whole day, Trace, I was searching. And someone had put a new post, and there was a litter of 5, and one was this grey little tabby. And I didn't realise she was a girl. I thought she was a boy. I would have been happy with either, to be fair. No, I wanted a girl to start with. I wanted a girl because I thought girls were calm. They just like to sit in your laps. That's so wrong, but you know, that's another story for another day. And I called up the people, and they were like, yep, she's available, and they were like, it's a girl and she's 12 weeks old, and she was in Windsor, and I was like, oh, Windsor, she comes from a posh place. And it wasn't a stupid price, it was actually a little bit cheaper from the RSPCA. So I went. I didn't like the place she was in. It was like full of smoke. There was a dog that was just constantly barking, and I was like, oh, my poor little like kitten. But yeah, they put her in my arms, and she literally ran all the way around me till my mum grabbed her, because she was just like, went nuts. Which I felt bad for, because I was like, are we distressing her? But she was fine. As soon as she was in my mum's hand, she calmed, and I was like, all right. But yep, I took her, brought her all the way from Windsor back home, and she was so well behaved, Trace. Like, that night she fell asleep as soon as she got into my bed. She fell asleep right next to me, and I like slept across my double bed instead of like normal, because I was panicked that like I'd squash her. And I thought, is she going to wake up in the middle of the night? Is she going to be hungry? She slept till the morning. I guess it was a lot of excitement. And she settled in. Like the first day, she was a little shaky. She didn't go to the toilet and stuff. I think it's just the newness. But by the second day, she'd embedded really well. She'd explored the house. If I call her, she'd come running up the stairs, and I'd be like, "It's bedtime." And yes, we called her Tabby Cat Tabby. I didn't name her that. My mum did. And any name I tried to name her, no one would call her it. So Tabby got stuck. But I spell it a different way because I don't want to spell it the Tabby way. But yeah, she's been like, she's just such a patient cat. She's so loving. And then when she was 2, I really wanted another cat, because we always had two cats and twos. It was never like just a single cat. And I was like, is she lonely? Would it be nice if she had, you see those cats that lick each other and sleep together? I was like, oh, that's such a, it didn't end up like that. So at this time I was like, I am going to get one from the RSPCA. Found one. And it was my little Binks, who's full black. She is wild. When we saw her, she had, I think, 2 or 3 of her sisters and her mum there, and they were just running around us. You couldn't even grab them. The lady at the volunteer had to grab her for me. Oh, wow. And she was like, "Which one do you want?" I was like, "Well, might as well go with the one that's in my arms because I'm going to grab one of the others." And they approved everything because we had another cat. They could see we'd had cats from them before, and we were able to pick her up a couple of days later. And like the vet told me to keep them separate, to get so that Tabby wasn't like, oh, someone's coming into my space. So I kept Binks in my office, but Binks, from the moment we got her, has the loudest voice.
Really?
So that night I got her a little pen because I thought, oh, I don't want to give her all the space. It might be too much. So I got a little kitten pen. Oh my God. So I put the litter tray in there, her cat food. At 4 a.m, Trace, I can hear this meow. This tiny little, she was tiny, screaming the house down. That had to get up at 4, and I was like, poor Tabby. Luckily, Tabby didn't do anything with it. And I had to go up there and I had to sit with her.
Wow.
Yeah, because as soon as I was in, she stopped meowing, but she tore her pen down.
What?
She had so when I got her out, she was covered in cat litter because she literally hit it all out because she was angry. She toppled her water over. She toppled her food biscuits over.
Oh my goodness.
She was wild. So I was like, oh, we're not putting you back in the pen. You clearly want to be free.
Yeah.
And the vet was like, keep them separate for 2 weeks. I couldn't because it was hard. I felt bad for putting her up there. So then what I had to do is I had to put Tabby in my mum and dad's room and keep Binks in mine. And then we eventually introduced them after a few days, and Tabby hated her.
Oh no.
Do they cuddle? Do they lick each other? No. They fight. And Binks, I think Binks thinks she's the owner of the house because she got introduced to it like she was the baby. Maybe if we hadn't have kept the separation, they would have got along better.
Right.
But Tabby, my God, I've never seen her hiss. She has only started liking me now. It's like, 3 years on? Oh, she hated me that whole time. The amount of scratches I have on me.
I've seen the evidence of that. You do get a lot of scratches.
Yeah. So yeah, that's how we got. Sorry, it's quite a long-winded story.
No, it's been really interesting to get to know your pets, and the kind of it gives an insight to our lives, really, with our pets and what we deal with and all that stuff. But there's a lot of love there with the cats, isn't there?
They're my emotional support system, bless them. If I'm single for the rest of my life, they are my babies.
Which you won't be, but...
I just want more cats, Trace.
All right, so you've gotten to know our pets, and now we're going to just have a little chat about if we were to have our deli, us being animal lovers as we are, how would we celebrate pet birthdays at our deli? Have you had any thoughts about this?
Lots. Wow. So I've been to like a cat cafe, so I've been to places like that, and that is another dream, is on top of the deli is maybe one day have a cat cafe. They even do dog cafes now in London. Yes. Yes, where they have the puppies upstairs or downstairs. And I think they eventually, the whole plan is that these are animals that are rescued that eventually get, that you come there, you're letting the animals settle in, get used to people, and then people can adopt them when they're at the right age to go. So I don't know if we would have this in the deli or if it's something separate, but I would love people to bring in their cats and dogs. I just don't care that it's itching you. It's not long to go, Trace.
This is really itchy.
It's her beret. Anyway, going back to my answer. So I would love to have, like, if someone can prove it's their pet's birthday.
Okay.
I don't know how. We would have like a cat or a dog cake that they would get on the house for the cat or the dog, and they can bring the pet in. For our pets' birthdays, like when February's a birthday month and May, we would have balloons on their birthdays, like little cat-shaped or dog-shaped balloons with their number. It'd have bunting.
Yeah.
We'd probably offer something free for either, like, how dogs can have the like frothy milk or something.
Yeah, I've heard of like
Pop cups. Yeah. Free treats for people who have pets, like for the animals, not for you. Sorry. Birthday banners around their photos. Bring them in for the day or a couple of hours so they can walk around. Because I want the deli to be like their place, as well. So I want them to be comfortable there. So I'd want them to be there. But yeah, like really go wild with pets' birthdays. What about you?
That's fun. That sounds really cool. When you were saying about something, I thought of something else. What did I think of? Those little selfie photo shoot things where you can have like a frame.
Oh yeah.
And you and your dog or cat can sort of sit there and someone takes a picture of you.
Oh,
Have you
that's
seen
a
those? Like a
cool
photo
idea.
booth.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think, yeah, some pet kind of, how about food that your pet and the owner can eat?
Ooh.
So, for example, I know people make dog biscuits with oats and peanut butter and banana, that kind of thing, which the dog can eat as well. I'm not sure about cats. Maybe it's like a tuna niçoise sort of salad.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I tried to give Tabby a piece of cucumber because I read that they would eat it. She literally sniffed and walked off. She's like, what is this? This isn't food. And then Binks, like, obviously, because she has to put her face in it, like, literally pushed Tabby out of the way to kind of go on a minute, smelt it, and was like, oh, what is this? And walked the other side. So I was like, okay.
Like, what if you got a cucumber, halved it lengthways, scooped out the seedy bit,
Filled it with, like, tuna? They'd probably just eat the tuna.
And then the owner could eat the cucumber.
Would you eat something that your pet's licked?
No.
There we go.
But I'm sure there's something out there we could maybe test where we could eat the same menu as our pets.
I mean, these are the things we want to do in the deli, right? We want to bring like something that's a bit different. So if there is any pet food companies that want to, give us some recipes to try out or make something that we can promote you in our deli, because you'll want to.
Do you remember there was that advert I saw? And did I tell you this? There was this advert on TV and it showed this really delicious, like a chocolate, like a biscuit. And when you opened it, there was chocolate inside. And I thought,
I do remember this.
Almost like, imagine there was Nutella inside, like a wafery, like a Kinder Bueno type thing, but more biscuity with Nutella's type stuff inside. And they broke it open, there was this Nutella or whatever chocolate inside. And I'm thinking, this looks really good because I love my snacks. And then suddenly a cat burst out of this picture and there was a cat eating the snack. And I was like, wait a minute, this is not for human consumption. This is for cats. I've been salivating over a cat treat. But then it made me think, well, why can't I eat cat treats? Why can't they make it for me and the cat?
I was about to say you wanted to eat that actual cat treat.
No. Because it would have been like tuna filled or something, right? Not
yeah,
chocolate.
probably.
Chocolate tuna. No. No? Okay. Come on, we've got to be like creative here.
Do you have any other ideas?
I think same with you. I'd like to decorate the place and maybe have like a photo wall of when they were a puppy or kitten until the age that they're at. Maybe people have pet friends or pet owners, friends who are pet owners.
Sorry. What?
Maybe people do have pet friends. What does that mean?
I don't know.
A friend who's their pet or an animal who's a pet of a person? What?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, along the line of bring your friends, animal or human.
Okay.
And
You could have like.
wait, go on.
No, go on.
Doggy bags.
Ooh.
Doggy party bags and kitty bags. You know, like when you don't, you leave your food and go, can I have a doggy bag? An actual doggy bag.
I have an event idea.
Mm-hmm.
Pet speed dating. So you bring your dog, and what if your dog likes each other, and then you like the owner, and you're both single, and then like your dogs become like siblings.
Ooh.
Yes.
But I'm just thinking, I would not let Bailey go out with any old mutt.
No, not Bailey. So you bring your dog,
Yeah.
but you're on a speed dating event. Obviously, it doesn't apply to you.
Oh, the
But
human.
yeah, the human.
Oh,
But you bring your pet, and if it could be like your pet's the decider. So it could be if your pet likes the other person's pet, and then it's like, oh, our dogs connect. Maybe we connect.
So your pets are the cupids.
Yes.
Bringing you together.
Yes.
Oh, because I wouldn't let Bailey go off at some.
That's what to say. If anyone is interested in this idea and thinks my idea is really good, then message me.
Or email me at 2cupsofteapodcast at gmail.com.
Trace, how many episodes have we recorded and you still don't know the email address?
A lot.
So now we're just going to go out to you guys. We want to know if you have a pet. How do you celebrate their birthday? Please do email us to Tracy because
Email
us to Tracy. You know what I mean. You should know by now. Email us or comment, and we are on Instagram and TikTok. Comment on our posts. We need some comments. We need some love, and we need to know, how do you want us to celebrate your pet's birthday at the deli? We would love to read your messages. So,
and imagine we made it come true. So when you did come to the deli,
exactly,
you could be our first pet customer.
Exactly. So we need some love. Give us the love. This sounds so desperate. Anyway.
Right, I think it's time for our game, which is the pet personality. No, it's not that. Let's start again. And on to our game, the parent. No.
Do you want me to read it?
How can I not read? Wait, it's the pet parent personality test.
Wow. Do you want to say it faster?
Pet parent. No, pet parrot. Pet parent personality test. So in this game, I'm going to ask you some questions, and I should have brought, maybe on your notes on your laptop, you can just write down the alphabet letter.
Okay.
So it's a multiple choice question where you've got A, B, C, or D to choose from. And then if you can just note down which one you choose. And at the end, we're going to find out. You do it for me, and then we'll find out what we are. Okay? Question number 1. Your pet is staring at you while you're eating. What do? Do you A, give them a little taste? How can you resist those eyes? B, offer a pet-friendly version of what you're eating? C, ignore them, begging isn't encouraged in this house? Or D, stop eating and go make them a full gourmet meal instead?
So I'm fully guilty of giving them a little taste.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I will wash off any spices or anything on it.
Yeah.
But if it's like plain chicken, they do. They know. They put their face, like I've had Tabby at the end of my bagel once. We stared it out. She was on the other side. But I'll leave that story for another day.
Okay, question number 2. It's your pet's birthday. How do you celebrate? A full party with decorations, guests, and a custom cake. B, a special menu and a cute Instagram post. C, a new toy or treat, simple but thoughtful. Or D, wait, it's their birthday?
C, I get them a new toy or treat. However, it's a little bit simple, but because I do a little cake for them from their food, so I think that goes that little bit of an extra mile.
Okay. So what was that? C? Yeah. Okay. So question number 3. Your pets get into something messy. What's your reaction? Is it A, laugh and take pictures before cleaning up? B, get them straight into the bath, no time for nonsense? C, sigh, clean it up, and give them a cuddle anyway? Or D, pretend you didn't see it and hope it cleans itself?
It's normally C.
Sigh, clean it up,
and give them a cuddle.
Yeah.
I tell them off as well, but that option's not on there.
Okay, are you recording your letters?
Yeah, can you not see me updating it?
No.
Yeah, TT. I can see it on your screen.
Oh, you did that. Okay, so just for you who can't see, she's putting her initials next to her answers, which I didn't see. Yeah. Okay. Question 4. How many photos of your pet are on your phone? Is it A, thousands, basically my whole gallery? B, a fair amount, especially when they do something cute? C, a few here and there, but I prefer enjoying the moment? D, maybe 1 or 2 somewhere?
A. There's thousands.
Thousands.
Yeah.
Okay. And last question. You're going on holiday. What do you do with your pet? They come with you because no way you're leaving them behind. B, find the best sitter or pet-friendly accommodation. C, ask a trusted friend or family member to watch them. Or D, I travel light, so I book a reliable kennel.
Kenny.
It says catchery, so anyways, whatever. Whatever.
Mine will be ask a trusted friend or family member.
Let's see. Right, so those are yours.
Yeah.
Recorded. If you ask me, then
Okay. So Trace, number 1, your pet is staring at you while you're eating. What do you do? Is it A, give them a little taste? B, offer a pet-friendly version of what you're eating? C, ignore them? Or D, stop eating and go and make them a full gourmet meal?
So I'm pretty much strict, and I will be C, ignore them.
Poor
Most of the
Bailey.
time, I do have a heart, and sometimes I do like give in and give her something, but most of the time, I try not to encourage begging.
Number 2, it's your pet's birthday. How do you celebrate? Is it A, a full party with decorations, guests, and a custom cake? B, a special meal and a cute Instagram post? C, a new toy or treat? Or D, wait, it's their birthday?
Well, as you heard from this episode, I didn't get her anything for this birthday, but on a general sort of sense throughout her lifetime, I think I'll be C, a new toy or treat. Yeah.
So number 3, your pet gets into something messy. What's your reaction? Is it A, laugh and take pictures before cleaning up? B, get them straight into the bath? C, sigh, clean it up and give them a cuddle anyway? Or D, pretend I didn't see it and hope it cleans itself?
Definitely B, get them straight into the bath. No time for nonsense.
Wow.
Yeah, especially with Bailey and her muddy paws. I'm like, nope, up you get. Or I carry her so she doesn't muddy up the carpet. I carry her in.
Princess.
No, my carpets.
Right, number 4. How many photos? Oh, can you just move your arrow? Oh, there we go. It's okay. 4. How many photos of your pet are on your phone? Is it A, thousands, basically my whole gallery? B, a fair amount, especially when they do something cute? C, a few here and there, but I prefer enjoying the moment? Or D, maybe 1 or 2 somewhere?
I think it's thousands. I think I have more pictures of Bailey than my own children.
Wow.
Yeah.
Your poor boys. And the final question. You're going on holiday. What do you do with your pet? A, they come with me. No way I'm leaving them behind. B, find them the best sitter or pet-friendly accommodation. C, ask a trusted friend or family member to watch them. Or D, I travel light, so I book a reliable kennel or cattery.
Okay, so I go for B, find the best sitter. And at the moment, I've got a really wonderful pet sitter who I trust wholeheartedly. So, yeah, that'll be it.
Right. So, do you want to read mine first? I think I'm
Yeah.
mostly C's.
So you've got 1A, C, C.
3 C's.
Yeah, 3 C's. You're mostly C's. Okay, mostly C's. You are the chill companion. You adore your pet, but you keep things practical. They're part of the family, but they don't run the household.
That is so wrong. They run my household.
So in reality, this is not accurate.
Really not, because you're mostly B's. You've got 2 B's, right? And it says the thoughtful pet parent. You love your pet deeply and find a good balance between treating them and keeping them well trained and healthy. I feel like you're mostly C.
I'm more chill, isn't it?
Yeah. I would say I'm more B.
Well, this was a fun game.
On that note, we're going to wrap up the episode because that game was pointless. Also, Trace, have you realised the game that you picked doesn't mean that there's a winner? So it means I'm less likely to having to wear the hat next time.
Sugar.
On that note, thank you for watching and listening to today's episode. As always, on a Monday, it's our podcast, which is on all your podcast platforms. And on a Wednesday, it's our vodcast, so where you can see Tracy in this adorable hat. And that is on a Wednesday. All we I don't know what I was going to say then.
I'm not going to help because I'm just annoyed wearing this beret and not having a game that had points. So I'm really kicking myself.
Okay. We are also on TikTok and Instagram, so please do follow us there. And like all our content, email us, send us messages, do what you've got to do, people, because I'm not doing this forever till you guys get your asses in gear. All right? Anyway, you have been listening to and watching 2 cups of tea and a packet of biscuits.